Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy. In today's video we're going to be making this beautiful design you can see on the screen. Now it's actually a gown, it's a dress, so I'm going to be using these two fabrics. This is a Mikado silk fabric and this is liquid organza. I'm not so sure of what this fabric is, but it's quite stiff, so I'm going to be using this, and this is my lining for this fabric. Now I already have my basic dress block. This is my basic dress block. This is the front pattern and this is the back. Now in case you do not know how to draft a dress block pattern, I have it on my channel. I'll drop the link in the description box so you can go and watch it. I'll be using this pattern to make this design on the screen. This is my front dress block pattern, as you can see. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to eliminate my waist dart. I don't need a waist dart. I'm not going to sew the waist dart. As you can see in the picture, there is no waist dart, so I'm going to eliminate this. I'm going to take it off. Then I'm going to transfer this bust dart to the under bust. Anyway, you'll see it as we proceed. So the measurement I have here, I have 2 inches. I'll mark it here. I already did that. Then connect to my bust line. This is my bust line. I'll connect it. Then I'll do the same thing at the down part, even though I already did that, but this is just what I did. So my dart is off. There is no dart here anymore. I'm not going to be sewing this dart, so I'll just cut it off to avoid any confusion. My bust dart is still there. So the next thing I'll do is to go up from my under bust. This is my under bust line. From my under bust, I'll just step up by 1.5. Then connect with a curve. I'll connect with a curve to meet this part to form that the style line that you can see in the picture. Okay, so this is it. Then I'm going to mark how deep I want the length of my dress, of my top, the top part. Okay, so I want mine to be 24. This is the length of my top. This is how long I want it to be. Now the next thing I will do is on the center front, I'll go up by 2 inches. Then on the side, I'll go up by let's say 2.5. Then I'll go in by 5 inches on this line. Then I'll connect the points. Now this is going to be a curve. I'll just connect this one like this. It's going to be a curve. Then this part is straight, it's a slanted line like this. So I have succeeded in drafting this part. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is to cut out. I want to cut out this part so I can work on this upper part. Now I'm going to close my bust dart, then transfer the excess to this remaining dart here. be using this to form gathers. The gathers you can see in the picture. I'll be using this excess to form the gathers, even though it's much, but I don't mind. Okay, so I'll work on the neckline. This is going to be my gathered part. I'll work on the neckline. For the neckline, I'll just come down from this, my basic neck. I'll come down by 6 inches. 6 inches. Well, let me see. Let me start from my shoulder tip. Okay, I'll just come down by 8 inches. I think that's fine. The depth of my neckline is 8 inches. You can make yours whatever you like. There's no standard measurement for this. So it's a V-neck, so this is good for me. 8 inches from my shoulder, so from my neck, this point on my neck. So I have my pattern drafted. I'll just cut it out. I'll cut out the neckline. Now, I can decide to leave this part like this, or I can connect to the shoulder seam, the shoulder line here, then do slash and spread. That's if I want, but I don't want. I think this is just enough for me. This is enough spread. So I'm gonna leave this part like this. Okay, let me set it aside. Then I'll cut off. Don't forget to label so that there won't be any confusion. This is my side, center front, side front. I'll cut out this part. So this is the stomach area. Now this is going to be for the skirt part. What I'll do here is slash and spread. I'm going to slash and spread on the fabric. So I'll just divide this part into several portions. Do not forget to number them, very important. If you fail to number them, you might get confused by the time you place them on the fabric. You might just mix them up. So in short, to number them, this is my center front. This is my side front. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have up to 6 of this part. So I'll set the front aside and work on the back. So this is my back pattern. Okay. Okay. I already took out the dart. So what I did was that I measured the dart intake, which is 2 inches. I connected to the bust line and to the hip. So this is going to be cut out. This dart does not exist anymore. So I'll just cut it out now. If you do not know how to draft a what's it called? A basic bodice pattern or a skirt pattern. So this pattern is actually a basic bodice and a skirt. So you can watch on my channel. You can watch the video on my channel. So I'm going to leave the neckline like this. High neck. This is 1 inch. This is just 1 inch down. So I'm going to the same measurement I took on the front, the same measurement for the top. I'll take it here, which is 24 inches. I'll just draw a straight line. And then I'm going to be working from the center back area. I'll go in by 5 inches, the same thing I did in the front. Then go up by 2.5 inches here, and then 2 inches on this side. I'll connect with the slanted line for this part to the side, and then I'll connect with a curve to this part. Okay, So let me highlight it with my marker. So this is all about the back. I'll just label side, back, and center back. CB is center back. Then I'll cut it out. That's all I'll be doing at the back of my pattern. At the top. So the same thing I did in the front, I'm going to do slash and spread for this part. Just divide it into several portions. Side back, center back. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm through with the pattern drafting. What's left is the sleeve. The sleeve on that pattern is a basic is a cap sleeve, so I'm going to draft that now. Okay, so these are my pattern pieces. This is my back, and this is the skirt part. This is the front. This is the stomach area of the front. This is the upper part, and this is the skirt part. And this is my sleeve. I already cut out my sleeve. It's a cap sleeve, just a small, goes a little bit under the cap sleeve. So I'm going to be cutting now. I have pinned my pattern on the fabric. I'll just add seam allowance of 1.5 inches to the side. 1.5 inches, half inch at this part, the under bust area, half inch for the under bust area, half inch on the neckline, half inch on the shoulder, and then I'll cut. So I'm going to notch this part. So this is where my gathers will start from, and it will end here, so I don't want any confusion. Okay, so these are the two pieces for the front. Let me cut the back. I've pinned my back piece on the fabric. I'll just add my seam allowance of 1.5 inch to the sides, 1.5 inch, and half. Okay, I'll add 1 inch here for my zipper. You can add half, but I just feel like adding more. I feel like. And then on the shoulder seam, half inch on the shoulder seam, half inch on the neckline, half inch on the armhole. Every other part is half inch. Half inch on the hemline. So we'll just cut now. So I'm done with the back. I'll cut the skirt part. No, let me cut the sleeve first. I'm done with cutting the upper part. This is for the front. I'm going to cut lining for each of them. And before I do that, I'll cut the skirt part. This is the sleeve. I'll cut the skirt parts first. So this is 2 yards of Mikado silk fabric. What I'll do is I'm going to divide it into two. I'm going to fold it like this. I'll just pick the selvage, all the selvages. I'll just pick them like this, and I'll just cut it into two equal parts. One will be for the front, the other will be for the back. Then I'll do my slash and spread on it. So I have divided my fabric into two. I'll be using this one for the front, this half for the front. Okay, so I'll just do I'll cut out my pattern. This is my center front. It's going to be on fold. Center front will be on fold. Then I'll be using this my hip line. This is my hip line as my guideline to ensure that all my pattern pieces are well aligned. So they won't, none of them will be bending. I'm going to arrange the patterns on the fabric, starting with the front. This is the center front. The center front will be on fold, and this is number one. So I'm going to pin number one. I want to use this ruler as a guide so that my pattern will be straight. So I'll just place this ruler on the fabric like this. Then place number one along the hip line, like so. Along the hip line. Then number two, I'll do the same thing along the hip line. Now, I'm going to measure this fabric so that I can share the spread. Let's see what I have. I have 41. And I have 6 pieces. 41 divided by 6. That's about 7. Let's just say 7 inches in between. So I'll just measure 7. If I'm correct. 7. Number 3. Okay, so I'll also measure. Let me measure 6 in between because the pattern paper is also taking space. So I'm measuring 6 in between. Okay, it's like the 6 inches what? Although this is 7. Okay, let me just shift this one a bit. Okay, then I'll pin them down. I'll pin all my pattern pieces on the fabric. The next thing I'll do is to bring them together the way it was before I cut them. I'll try to bring them to form that shape it had before I cut them for the slash and spread process. Can you see? So I'm doing this to get the shape at the top. Are you seeing it? So I'm already getting the shape at the top we had before the slash and spread. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is to just add my seam allowance ½ inch, then I'll cut the way it is now, so that I can have the unique shape that I want. This was the shape before the slash and spread. That's exactly what I have right now, so I'll just cut exactly like this. Just want to keep it in place while I cut. It's quite bulky. So this is it. This is it. Yeah. This is what it looks like. Now you see the shape. So when after I've gathered, I'm going to gather this part. After gathering it, I'll ensure that I get back this shape so that I can match the front on it. Exactly what I did at the front is what I'm going to do at the back, but remember that the back is going to have a zipper, so I'm going to divide the back fabric into two equal parts. I'll just cut through into two so that I can be able to fix my zipper. And if you are really good at fixing a welt zip, you can decide not to open it up, you just fix your welt zip maybe halfway, like 10 inches down from the top, so you don't need to cut through. Whatever you decide or whatever works for you is fine. I have cut out all my pattern pieces, and the lining will be for the top parts only. There won't be lining at this bottom part because this fabric is quite bulky, and I don't need the lining for the bottom part, just for the top. So everything has been cut out. So next thing will be to sew. I'll be going to my sewing machine where I'll show you how I'm going to join each of the pattern pieces together. We have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye.